Welcome back. This is Richard, and welcome back to the Innovation Best Practices, where every episode is designed to help you sell more and make more in your innovation program, where we only share with you proven and practical best practices that I believe can work for any business with any need. So, welcome back. If you want to listen to these episodes, we have two ways that you can do it. You can go to YouTube and listen to our video cast. All you need to do is go to YouTube and in the search bar, put these words, Richard, Innovation, Best Practices. We'll come up in the search results, third, fourth, fifth, whatever it is down there. Click on that link and you'll land right on the page where all of the current episodes are available for viewing. You can also listen to this as a podcast. You can go to i2ge.com/podcast. That's the letter I, number 2, ge.com/podcast. You can also go to iTunes in the podcast section and search Innovation Best Practices, and you'll find us right away. We have a free app that works on iPhones and iPads and on Android devices available at Google Play. So you got a free videocast, free podcast, and free apps. If you want to contact me, just email me at richard@i2ge.com. I love hearing from you. This episode is about power tips on personal creativity, written by Caroline Grigori as a senior writer, and I read this in the Huffington Post. She talks about habits of highly creative people, borrowing the spirit of Stephen Covey. And I'm going to go through each of these factors that she mentions, and I'm going to be doing it rather quickly, but there's some very good stuff here for you to consider. She starts with daydreaming. I agree, but I'd go beyond this to say it's also that you should also consider contemplation, because daydreaming can be more absent-minded than purposeful. Contemplation, on the other hand, tends to be quiet and purposeful reflection. It's not too busy and mentally intense. There are moments of quiet that allow those wonderful creative thoughts to emerge into your awareness. Another related habit she mentions is that creative people take time for solitude. All three of these, I think, kind of work together: daydreaming, contemplation, and solitude. You can pick which one's going to work best for you, or which ones are going to work best for you. The next one is that they are great observers. In previous episodes, I've mentioned that some of the best kinds of research are those where you actually observe someone using the products or services you are interested in. People who are great observers not only see the physical movements, but they also see the emotions and facial expressions and posture. They get the big picture. Creative people observe because they're curious. So the best kind of observation, in my experience, is one that is driven by curiosity. Next is they know when they do their best work. They know what time of day they're going to be their most creative and productive. For example, I know that I'm always most productive in the morning hours. I get up at 5 a.m. 365 days of the year. I always save more routine and mundane tasks for the PM hours. On the other hand, Carrie McNamara, who has appeared in several episodes already and is a member of the team, is definitely a PM hour person. The times of day that she's most productive, I'm usually brain dead. Next, she says, creative people seek new experiences. And in most cases, this is not new experiences for the sake of new experiences. They seek experiences to purposefully expand their understanding. For example, if I wanted to better understand millennials, I might seek experiences like listening to music and books that are popular with this group. They fail fairly often. This may surprise you, but they convert failure into learning that later becomes the breakthrough idea or product. This means that creative people are resilient. They realize that experimentation is far more of a learning experience than a competitive experience where the goal is to win. They ask questions. They especially ask big questions. For example, they ask an open-ended question like, why are people so dissatisfied with our products? This is a bigger and potentially far more useful question than for the same kind of product asking, why don't they like the taste of our product? Okay, you open yourself up to far more possibilities. The second question assumes knowledge that may or may not be accurate. It's better to ask far more open-ended questions and seek truth rather than following an early preconceived notion. They take risks. Dramatic differences, while always promising, have lots of potential risk. For example, are you over-delivering benefits that go well beyond consumer needs and that force the price of the product far beyond what consumers are willing to pay when you have a product that is dramatically better than competitors? Dramatic differences often require people to use a product in different ways than they have historically. Changing user habits and practices, as I've mentioned in other episodes, is never easy or risk-free. Users are creatures of habit, and when you ask them to change their habits, it becomes a bit of a risky proposition, unless the solution you're providing makes the habit far easier and more rewarding. They're passionate. I always remind people that innovation and creativity are heavy lifting. By that I mean it requires higher brain functions over an extended period of time. This is not easy work. The fuel that drives success in this environment is passion. You need to care about the outcome. You need to care about solving problems. You need to care about making major contributions to consumers and even the entire planet. They are surrounded by beauty. Now, there's all kinds of beauty that can act as a positive environment creator and stimulus. Beauty can be art in many forms, including sculpture. Beauty can be nature, views from mountaintops and waves crashing on the shore. In my life, I have found certain natural environments to be highly conducive to creativity. I have a favorite place in Big Sur, south of Monterey, California, that always lights up my creativity. I have a home up in the Arizona mountains where I look out over an impressive mountain called Granite Mountain. I love sunsets and how they phase from one look into another. They connect the dots. They have multiple observations and can see the connections between observations. This is called synthesis and integration. This is a higher level thinking skill. They can create a bigger picture. Steve Jobs once said, creativity is just connecting things. When you ask creative people how they did something, they feel a little guilty because they didn't really do it. They just saw something. It seemed obvious to them after a while. That's because they were able to connect experiences they've had and synthesize new things, close quote. Very, very well said. They are mindful. Mindfulness has become a rather hot topic lately, and from my perspective, it's long overdue. There's considerable evidence in science that mindfulness can boost brain power on several dimensions. The most powerful form of mindfulness is meditation. There's a strong link between meditation and creativity. In addition, meditation has proven to improve memory, the ability to focus, emotional well-being, reduced stress and anxiety, improved mental clarity, and health. All of these conditions are ones that are conducive to enhanced creativity. A little bit more on this from my perspective. From a personal standpoint, meditation has been a regular part of my life for decades. I regularly practice meditation about 2 hours a day, split between 2 one-hour sessions. It's such a critical part of my life that on the 1 or 2 days a year that I'm not able to do this, it almost feels like a lost day. Meditation is the most effective way of developing your intuition. By accessing intuition, you access higher levels of knowing. While all of us have intuitive ability, it's latent in most of us. While fully developing one's intuition requires long periods of practice of meditation, with fully developed intuition, you have the ability to know anything at any time without any external inputs. Yes, it's that powerful. There's another thing I want to add to this list, and that is to acknowledge personal ignorance. Today, I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that I'm ignorant of more than 99% of what there is to know. I celebrate my ignorance because it means that there's so much that I have to learn, and I am a learning junkie. When you understand how ignorant you are, it fuels curiosity and openness to new ways of thinking and solving problems and optimizing opportunities. I love being ignorant. I love opportunities to learn. I love opportunities to use what I've learned to solve a problem or optimize an opportunity. Okay, if you'd like to learn more about innovation best practices, we have a number of ways that you can do that. Just go to the i2ge.com website. It's loaded with free stuff and resources and everything there. Really urge you to check out on the menu bar DIY Innovation Training, Do-It-Yourself Innovation Training. If you click on that, you'll find a whole bunch of training courses that we have. If you don't find a subject that exactly meets your needs, just email me and we'll develop one specially for you. The purpose of this is very simple. I want to help make you innovation self-sufficient so you do not have to hire expensive consultants like me to do it for you. A second resource is one of my 6 books that I published, and that book is Proven Practical Innovation That Delivers Results. It's available only at Amazon as a paperback and as a Kindle book. It's priced at below my break-even, so it's a great value. If you have suggestions, comments, or requests, love to hear from you. Just email me at richard@i2ge.com. In the next episode, I share with you a very interesting way to innovate that we've not covered so far. It's about how you innovate in each step of the process, and you'll be amazed how many steps are in every single process. Every step is an opportunity to innovate. And we'll put a microscope on each step and find the opportunities for improvements, often big opportunities for improvements. So please make sure that you tune in. As you know, I'm always deeply appreciative of you taking time out of your busy day to spend it with me. I really look forward to reconnecting with you soon, and until then, please have a great day.